Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Delsea Board meeting. As the Board President of Delsea Regional High School District Board of Education, I hereby certify that all provisions of the Open Public Meeting Law, PL 1975, Chapter 231, has been met. Notice of this meeting was mailed to South Jersey Times, the Sentinel, and the Daily Journal, as well as the municipal clerks of Elk and Franklin Township. Mrs. Doherty, can you lead us to flag salute, please?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call. Mrs. Doherty?
yes.
Mr. Picciarello?
Yes.
Mr. Borelli?
Here.
Mr. Lightfoot is absent. Mr. Dempsey?
Here.
Mr. DiMatteo?
Here.
Mrs. Gaglione is absent, and Mrs. Beck?
Here.
And myself. Ms. Gibbs? We have presentations this evening from the Students Drama Club.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Here, I'm going to set them up first.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually stand with that. Hello, my name is Christine Doherty. I'm the theater teacher here at Delsea, and I am also the drama director. I'm very excited to be here again to present a little preview of our show. These are some of the students that were willing to stay after all the way through till this evening, and we have so many students involved in the play. From CTE students, we have help making sets, costumes, sound. We even had plumbing students today helping us with the corn stalks. It's very exciting. And the students on stage, these students are on stage, but everyone loves to get involved. Everyone, even some of the secretaries in school are like, what can I do for the play? It's just something that the entire community gets very excited about. And what are you doing this year? What is Delsea doing this year? So it's a very exciting thing. And I always have former students message me, come to the show, and they still love it, and they remember when they were in the play. And we always say, once a Delsea play kid, always a Delsea play kid. I'm sure many of you played sports, were in clubs, on student government, and different leadership positions, and you remember that fondly. These students will always remember being in the play. There are so many skills that you learn from working together to self-confidence, and it's really an exciting program that we do. Several of them, can you raise your hand if you're a CAPI? We have 3 of our 7 CAPI students that go to other schools, view their productions, critique their productions, and write essays, and then they get critiqued by professionals, and the top ones get published. We also have those students come to our play and critique us. We've been very successful in the past, winning multiple awards, and this year we're also entering the Paper Mill Playhouse competition, where they come to our show, and they're professionals, and they critique us and give us a response to our performance. So that's pretty exciting this year. And we also participate in the Teen Arts Festival. Some of that's through my theater class, some of that's through what we do on stage. We're very excited, and I'm very grateful. I just want to introduce them before we start our little show.
Hi, I'm Julia Dennis. I'm a junior, and I play Glinda.
Hi, I'm Billy Smashy. I'm also a junior, and I play the Tin Man.
Hi, I'm Nico Mazzarelli. I'm a senior, and I play the Scarecrow.
Hi, I'm Irie Johnson. I'm a junior, and I play the Lion.
Hi, I'm Paige Effinger. I'm a sophomore, and I play Dorothy.
Hi, my name is Julia Mitchell. I play the Munchkin Mayor, a tree, and a Aussian.
Hello, my name is Christiana Bangle. I'm in the 12th grade. I'm an Aussian, a Winkie, and a Crow, and I'm also
And when you're finished this evening, if you take a look at your envelopes, there is information about the play, and there's a QR code where you, especially, and our administration, will be able to purchase tickets before the general public. And they're online, not purchase. You'll have free tickets, 2 free tickets online. If you have any trouble, you can contact Ms. Conroy. But it's pretty self-explanatory with the QR code. All right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ha ha ha, ho ho ho, and a couple of tra-la-las. That's how we laugh the day away at Delsea High School's Oz. Buzz, 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 chirp, 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 and a couple of la-di-das. Come see the magic on display at Delsea High School's Oz.
Thank you very much. And see you March 6th, 7th, and 8th in the high school auditorium. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys, very good.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. Can I get a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of January 8, 2025?
Second.
We have a motion, seconded. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? So carried. Communications. No communications. Any citizens to be heard this evening? If you are, please step up. All right, move on to reports. Committee reports, personnel, Mrs. Gagliano's not here, and Mrs. Beck said she would do it for us.
I make a motion to approve the following non-teaching staff hire for the 24-25 school year as listed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Any opposed? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
I make a motion to approve the following leaves of absence as listed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
I make a motion to approve the following retirement as listed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
I make a motion to approve the following change in degree status as listed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? So carried.
I make a motion to approve the following 24-25 Schedule B non-athletic positions as listed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
I make a motion to approve Daniel Cordona as the alternative school and bookbinder guidance counselor for the 24-25 school year at a previously approved rate.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
I make a motion to approve the revised 24-25 rates of pay to reflect the new current minimum wage.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried. Thank you, Mrs. Beck. Budget and Finance, Mr. Picciarello.
I make a motion to approve the board secretary's report in accordance with state statute for the month of December. Board secretary has certified that no line item account has been overexpended in violation of state statute and that there is sufficient funds available to meet the district's financial obligations for the remainder of the fiscal year. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve the treasurer's report in accordance with state statute for the month of December 2024. The treasurer's report and the secretary's report are in agreement for the month of December 2024.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve in accordance with state statute the certification of the board secretary that there's no changes in anticipated revenue amounts or revenue sources.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve the Board of Education certification to state statute. We hereby certify that after review of the Secretary's monthly financial report and upon consultation of the appropriate district officials, that to the best of our knowledge, no major accounts or funds have been overexpended in violation of state statute, and their sufficient funds are available to meet the district's financial obligation for the remainder of the fiscal year.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve the report of transfers for December 2024.
All right, it's roll call vote. We have a second on the motion. Mrs. Doherty?
Yes.
Mr. Piccirillo?
Yes.
Mr. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Dempsey?
Yes.
Mr. DiMatteo?
Yes.
Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve the following bills as listed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call vote. Mrs. Doherty?
Yes.
Mr. Piccirillo?
Yes.
Mr. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Dempsey?
Yes.
Mr. DiMatteo? Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion carried. Thank you. Appreciate it. Education, Mr. Borelli?
Thank you, Mr. President. I make a motion to approve the following clinics and workshops as listed.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Roll call vote. Mrs. Doherty?
Yes.
Mr. Piccirillo?
Yes.
Mr. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Dempsey?
Yes.
Mr. DiMatteo?
Yes.
Mrs. Beck?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion carried.
Yeah, if I can just divert for 1 second, which I usually do. If, and something we've asked for before, some of these workshops are very intriguing and informative and probably even challenging to it. Having some reports back from the people that attended, I think would be enlighten the board members on what they're learning and what they're doing and how they're growing for that process, if that's possible.
I agree.
Absolutely.
We had done that previous, but need to carry on.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
I'll get back on track. I make a motion to accept the successful grant award for artificial intelligence innovation and education grant in the amount of $75,000.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion?
Again, let me interject. Kudos to our district. There are only 2 other districts in the South Jersey area that were awarded this award. So good job on the administration's work.
Good. Great. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
I make a motion to approve submission of the state fiscal year 24 ESSER performance report.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
I make a motion to approve the following Rowan University student for clinical placement as listed.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve the following Rowan students that have rescinded their clinical placement as listed.
Have a second? Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
I make a motion to approve the following graduate coursework as listed.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
Conclude my report.
Thank you, Mr. Burrell. Policy, Mrs. Doherty?
Yes, sir. I make a motion to approve on first reading the following policies and regulations as listed.
We have a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
That's it for tonight.
Thank you, Ms. Stuckey. Appreciate it. Mr. Lightfoot, anyone? Dave?
I make a motion to approve the following athletic positions for the 24-25 school year as listed.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve the following coaches to chaperone sports trips to Myrtle Beach as listed.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Appreciate it. Mr. Matteo?
Make a motion to approve the following facility requests as listed.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. DiMatteo.
See.
Cafeteria, Mrs. Beck, please.
Sure. I make a motion to approve the following cafeteria report for December 2024 as listed.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried. Thank you, Mrs. Beck. Transportation, Mr. Dempsey.
Make a motion to approve the following 24-25 transportation jointures as listed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Dempsey. Superintendent's report.
All right.
Mr. Ciolo.
Recommend the board approve the following special education tuition student placements as listed.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call vote. Mrs. Doherty.
Yes.
Mr. Pizzarello.
Yes.
Mr. Borelli.
Yes.
Mr. Dempsey.
Yes.
Mr. DiMatteo.
Yes.
Mrs. Beck.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion carried.
Recommend the board approve the following tuition to Gloucester County Vocational Technical School for the 2024-2025 school year as listed.
Second.
We have a motion and a first and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
Recommend the board approve the following field trips in accordance with our fee schedule and educational significance as listed.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
Recommend the board approve the December 2024 high school, middle school HIP report as presented last month.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
Recommend the board acknowledge the receipt of the January 2025 high school, middle school HIP report as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carried.
And the district reports are there for your review.
Thank you, Mrs. Lloyd. Ms. Gibbs, you're up.
Hello, good evening, everyone. So at the high school, we are officially in our third marking period. We had a smooth transition into the end of our second marking period into our third marking period, so everything is going well with that. In NHS, we just did our half-hour checkup collection, which is we check to make sure that students are at least living up to their duties and getting their service hours for the year. So for returning members, I believe it's 15 hours, and that includes 10 outside and 5 inside hours. And for new members, it's 10 hours. So that's 5 outside, 5 inside. So we make sure that everybody's on track. And right now, this has nothing to do with probation. At the end of the year, if students don't have their hours fulfilled, they go into probation for their next entrance into the chapter. We just had our VCL kickoff event yesterday. So we did this on the history of African step dancing, and we had our step team perform during our Delsea 1. And we also had an informative lesson on the history of African step dance in society and how that's implemented in what we have now and what we have today. We also did trivia, and we had basketball games to get the students and faculty involved. And there was a good show out, which is good because, you know, everybody deserves to know a little bit about everything. So we're glad that people actually were interested and were able to learn something new. And for our prom, our theme is Under the Stars, and everybody's really excited about that. The upperclassmen are excited, so we can't wait. And that concludes my report for this evening.
Thank you very much. Report. Executive Board members report, Mrs. Bear.
Nothing new to report than what we get in our emails and nothing from the county and stuff.
Okay. School business administrator, Mr. Collins.
Nothing for tonight.
Anything under old business anyone would like to bring up? Anything under new business?
Mr. President, if I may, I just compliment the administration. I think the notification has been going out to the community in regards to the recent concerns that have been expressed regarding ICE, immigration, and individuals with their impact on school and their safety areas. I think was very informative and done very well. And I think if anybody approaches us as board members, we should direct, obviously we have our responsibility to direct them right back to the administration for the conversation. It's going on across the state. I was in a workshop today that about 150 administrators were involved and still having the same challenges. And who has had the experience and who has not had the experience. And the idea of just keeping our board attorney very active involved with the process is critical. But I think what I've seen so far, what our administration has done is, and what I've heard from across the state is spot on. So I think it's kudos and compliments to the work that's being done already in that respect.
Thank you, Mr. Burrell.
Thank you.
One other question I had too, and I don't know, and I have to be careful how I say it, but I'll say it anyway. With some of the nonpartisan positions about funding going throughout our nation, and I know that Mr. Collins and the other administrators are working on the budget, finalizing the budget. Do we create a higher level of concern in the creation of the budget, or reservations, or can you set my mind to these ideas? Because I've heard multiple, as you probably have heard too. I know some of the federal monies are protected and will continue, like Title I and Title II or something like that. But special ed monies could be challenged in some of it. So I know that's a chunk of money that could impact the district's programs and students, and indirectly or directly affect the taxpayers of our community. So it's not a political statement at all. No. It's just the reality of money, as you say, revenues and expenses. Revenue coming in, expenses going out.
Unfortunately, I don't have a ton of information on that yet. It's been, at our state level, it's been very quiet. With the funding formula supposedly changing, with S2 ending, I've gotten, not just me, but everybody has received minimal to no info. We've been told to budget at least flat with the hope that it stays there. And that's what we've done. So until, quite honestly, in a couple of weeks, unless something comes up, I have not heard too much at all.
And I will say that is the sentiment amongst the superintendents, is that we're all in a little bit of limbo right now, to be honest with you. Trying to be very conscious of what we're spending and what we're projecting to spend, so we aren't caught, off guard.
I just wanted to throw it out there that's a very nebulous situation for all of you, all of us to be in. So, but thank you.
I think it's a big concern, to be honest with you. I really do. Any citizens that would like to be heard at this time? Okay. I make a motion to enter executive session to discuss matters not to be made public at this time.
Second.
We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. We'll go into closed session. Yeah, we'll give a couple minutes. All right.
It's a pleasure.